Hello, everybody. Welcome back to This Podcast Takes Tokens. I have to start with a bit of an apology. Last week I forgot a Retro Ramble. I just completely forgot. I just wrapped up the episode, forgot to give you a Retro Ramble for next week. I gave it to Ryan, but I did not give it to you guys, so you're going to be surprised.
I kept waiting. I kept waiting for you to say it.
Yeah.
And then it just went out, and I'm like, I'm not going to correct him. It's fine.
You should have stepped in. Anyways. Retro Ramble. You ready? What band or artist did you first become, we'll say, obsessed with? What band or artist did you first go deep into the catalog on?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to let you go first this week.
Okay. Yeah. Nirvana, right?
All right. Good one.
I remember, like, I got really, really into Nirvana in, like, maybe my sophomore year of high school. Way in, deep into Nirvana. I ended up I bought all their, some of the albums were gifted to me, but I had all their albums. I had bought that, what was that box set that came out?
Oh, yeah.
That had like a bunch of the B-sides and just like, and then had You Know You're Right on there, which was like
Baked Beans.
Yeah.
What was that Baked Bean song? They did that was hilarious. I love that one.
Some of that stuff, like you're listening to, you're like, yeah, I know why they didn't release this on an album.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of them were funny, some of them were good.
Yeah.
But
a lot of good live stuff on there too.
Yeah, a lot of good live stuff. And I'm still to this day, Nirvana Unplugged is it's one of the best albums ever. It's so good. Gosh, I got into that. I was like, I had, you remember when they released like Kurt Cobain's journals?
Yeah.
I had that. I may still actually have that. I had Heavier Than Heaven, which was a book about Cobain. I was
deep.
I was like neck deep.
Yeah.
In Nirvana. I'm not so much into them anymore. I like, if they come on the radio, I'm like, all right, I'll listen to them. There's some songs I still really enjoy a lot of their songs, most of their songs, but I'm just not that like, I can listen to them every single day. Like,
you're not defined by it.
Oh my gosh, it was a religion back then. It was crazy.
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
it was. It's that time, like high school, man. You discover those bands, and you're just like, oh, this is it. This is it. This is my life. This is what I'm obsessed with.
I am Kurt Cobain.
I connect with this. Yes. Yeah. For me, it was a little band called 9 Inch Nails. And
I remember that. Yeah.
Yes. I discovered them, and I was I think I was a freshman. And got like, no, I wasn't a freshman. I was a sophomore. Yeah. Sophomore year. Got deep into them. Got every album that I could find. I would go to the record store or the CD warehouse that we had, next to us or down the street from us. And I'd go in there and go straight back to the 9 Inch Nails section, thumb through them. I've got it. Ooh, I don't have this one. Got it. And like every week, just go through there. It was never changed, but a kid can hope.
Maybe there's going to be some like bootleg CD that I didn't. Yeah. I
even had they had an interview album that was released, and I had that, and deep into it. Got obsessed with like the Halo numbering of all the albums, and really the only thing I never got that I really wanted was there was a VHS set that was released, and a friend of mine had it. And we watched it, but. And it was a bunch of like behind the scenes, like recording of an album type stuff from, I think it was from the Closer album, and never got that because it was like $100 for a VHS back then, which was a lot. And anyways, that was the first band that I went deep on, for sure. And still enjoy them to this day, love it. Still probably one of my favorite bands, but what I really enjoy, I guess, and why I still like it is, Trent Reznor has evolved his sound and the music and everything. Like someone, like he's doing the soundtrack for the new Tron movie, and it's being billed as the 9 Inch Nails Nine Inch Nails is doing the soundtrack for Tron, and they're reskinning the ride in Disney with Red theme for the movie and with the music and everything, which is just like bonkers to me.
That's
to little like sophomore high school me is just like it's insane. But yeah, it's awesome.
I remember when you were like way into them. I remember like you came to visit for one summer and you had like all these albums.
Oh yeah,
like Nine Inch Nails is so good. At the time, I didn't appreciate them. I'm like, yeah, but it's not like, I don't know what I was into at the time.
You're 8 years younger than me, so you're probably 10.
Yeah, this isn't Hanson, or whatever. I don't know.
Hanson. Oh God, that one got me bad. That earworm. That summer. Man. Oh, that was rough. Like, but it was so catchy. It was so poppy.
Oh. Yep.
I couldn't get it out of my head. Like I would listen to it just trying to like drive it out of me.
Yeah.
Because it just like infected me. Oh.
It's a good song. It's
a bop, but
once in a while I will still listen to it. And it's still good. It's still good. There's a guy on YouTube that does like covers as if like another band had done it, and he does if Korn had done Bop.
Oh yeah,
that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which it makes you're like, oh yeah, Korn totally could have written this song.
Well, that was my retro ramble. So I had fun with that.
Yeah, I love it.
It was fun. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna roll the intro and we'll get back into the meat of this episode, if you will.
Yeah.
Your local video store card.
A comic book in your back pocket.
Games with no tutorials.
Music you had to discover.
And drinking water straight from the hose.
These are the things us millennials remember fondly. We are the Jennings brothers.
Join us after the streetlights come on
as we race our bikes from the top of the hill
right down memory lane.
Exchange those quarters because this podcast takes tokens.
Do you remember high school? Remember how it felt to have every adult just out to get you? A time whenever the things that you cared about were the most important things in the world, and that they would not and could not change. That there was no life before or after. It was just high school. Well, we are stepping back in time to 1999 to rewatch a movie about 1978 and a quartet of teens obsessed with the rock band Kiss. Yes, we are talking about Detroit Rock City.
You weren't expecting that, were you? For our listeners, I did the Gene Simmons tongue right as Derek was reading through that, and
got me off guard. Yes, I appreciate the in the movie they did the what inside of his mouth, like with the tongue.
Yes,
during the
concert. Yeah.
That was fun. Yep. Yes, Kiss, man, they had a bit of a renaissance in the late '90s with like this movie. Obviously, was kind of like the culmination of all that. And the '70s in general, like the mid to late '90s, kind of like we had that '70s show and this, and like the fashion kind of seemed to like want to dictate back to the '70s, and it just felt like
bell-bottom jeans and stuff again. And,
disco was kind of having a bit of a renaissance too, like all of it. Yeah, late '90s, we relived the '70s, which is, if we're looking at it in today's standards, and that means that today the kids should be reliving the mid 2000s, like right around the time your high school time.
I know, right? Like I saw, I think I've said this on the show before. I saw where if they were to remake Dazed and Confused. Today, based on like with the same timeline, it would be 2005, and where it's taking place. I'm like, that's the year I graduated high school. That's crazy.
Or like if Back to the Future took place today, they'd be traveling back to 1995.
Oh my gosh! Don't even just stop. Just stop. Wow.
Yes. Anyways, Detroit Rock City.
Yeah.
How did you like have you seen this before?
I had not watched it
seen it
before.
before.
I had not.
All right.
It was really good. It was really good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. There was a few spots, I can't think of when they were. There was a couple spots where I was like, kind of felt like it was dragging just a little bit. But I did enjoy it. And I would watch it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fun movie. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one, like, I remember I discovered, I think I saw this one when it came out, like, in theaters. Like, me and some friends went and saw this, thoroughly enjoyed it, and this was one of those movies that, like, I picked up on VHS, and we rewatched it a lot. Like, had a lot of fun. It was just fun. It was a fun movie to rewatch, you know, and it really, like, taps into that whole, like I was saying, like, that time in high school where it feels like all the adults are just, like, pounding you down and just, like, trying to hold you in place and, you know, don't understand you. And, you know, it felt like it captured that teenage angst in a way. And very, I will admit, now that on the rewatch, very overly dramatic in some spots. Like Elvis, the security guard, like, he was a little, like, a lot of the characters got a little feral throughout this movie.
Yeah. That was a weird spot. And I think that was one of the low spots for me in the movie, was that this guy is just like hell-bent on catching these 4 kids, and I'm like,
right, like he's like a werewolf or something.
Yeah, it was strange. It was really strange. But,
yeah, I would agree with you there. There was there were some spots where it was like that, and then like the mom was just like a lot, but like all those little spots where, but I feel like that's because we're watching it through the lens, or we're experiencing this movie through the lens of these kids. Yeah. And you have to remember that they're kids. They're high school kids. Yeah. Again, still, it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun rewatching it. My wife, not so much. She watched it with me, but she was like, at first, you know, she was laughing at a couple things, and then she's like, everybody in this movie is a little unhinged. I was like, yeah, I kind of agree. But it's fun.
That's not wrong.
No, but it's fun. Yeah. Like, there's the whole opening scene, right, where the mom goes to listen to the Carpenters. She pulls out the record, which she doesn't look at the record, obviously. No. Puts it on.
Who does?
And, well, I guess. I don't know.
I don't. Like, when I pull out a vinyl, I'm just assuming I'm putting Fleetwood Mac on.
Okay.
Well, that's a bad example. I have a clear Fleetwood Mac, or a white vinyl. But my obvious. Weezer album,
sure.
It's
one
black.
of them is black.
Yeah.
All right. Was it? I mean, we didn't really grow up with this, like hiding albums in other albums, but you know, we heard it on That 70s Show. He's like, you know, Hyde is teaching Fez how to hide the albums from his foster parents and stuff like that. And then you know, it's in this movie too, and I want to say it was in Dazed and Confused as well. Like there was like somebody that was hiding albums in other albums. I guess this was a thing with records in the 70s. Like,
I tell you,
with kids.
I did it when I was in like middle school, because there was some bands that my mom and my stepdad didn't want me listening to. I think like Limp Bizkit was one of them, and I had a Rob Zombie album. But what I had done is they were burnt CDs, and I would just write a different, you know, band.
Kids Bop.
On them. Kids Bop. Yeah, you know, whatever. I don't even remember. Like something that, like, oh, sure, they're going to let me listen to Train, you know.
Jars of Clay.
Like, yeah, Jars of Clay or something. And then I'd put it in, and it's, you know, Rob Zombie.
Right.
More Living Dead Girl or something. Yeah.
But I've never been like, I've never hid any music that I listen to or been embarrassed by it with my folks, except for Rob Zombie's More Human Than Human. The way that song starts out, and whenever you're wearing headphones, especially like the older headphones that are like, the sound just leaks out.
Yeah.
That's all they can hear.
Yeah.
I would skip that one if the parents were around.
Yeah. Well, I remember listening one time to, it was Rob Zombie again.
Yeah.
And I think it was, I can't remember which song it was. It was on that same, like, Dragula album or whatever.
Dragula.
But I was listening. Yeah. Dad heard it. And he's like, what the hell are you listening to, bud?
That's what he said to me, too, with it.
I was like,
yeah. It's the exact same response I got.
Yeah.
You should have known.
Should have known.
Well, one of us did it first.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. I never had that. Never had that issue. My parents, well, my mom, I guess, didn't really like say anything about the music when I listened to. My stepdad did, like, but not like, don't listen to that. But he was more like, whenever I first started getting into Metallica, he was like, "You like that?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I don't really like them, but all right." And that was kind of like the extent of it. Like, if anything, it was more like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, he had Smashing Pumpkins. Like, I listened to Smashing Pumpkins from him. And what was the other one? Not Taking Back Sunday. I don't know. There was another one. Anyways, music. Yeah. Satanic Panic, all that. Anyways, yeah. Hiding albums. Never had to do that. But, man, talk about your Satanic Panic. Like, she flips out whenever she hears that it's Kiss.
That's another thing. Like, so we're talking about over the top in this movie. Like, I know there was Satanic Panic back then.
Yeah.
And I know that some of that stuff, depending on where you go, still, I can say that as a Christian man that goes to church. Like, there's still, I feel like there's some over the top within that community. But man,
I've never seen anybody act like that.
Yeah.
That was next level.
It was fun to watch.
Yeah.
I felt I felt really bad for Jam. I did not want to be him dealing with that.
Oh, man. We don't ever find out what happens to his dad. Like, his dad's not in the picture. I wonder what happened there. That has to have something to do with her, like, religious... whatever. It's like, young Sheldon. Sheldon's story, He lost his dad, and his mom went deeper into the whole, religious thing and everything. So I wonder if maybe that had something to do with it. Like, they lost his dad, and she kind of went deep, went over, from a point, you can, later on, we kind of see that, like, it's really just like she's wanting to protect him, but she doesn't, like, like all parents, we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're making this up as we go along.
Yeah.
But there was definitely a time whenever it wasn't, you could not, you don't tell that to your kids. You don't tell them you don't know what you're doing. You have to be the one that has, like, I know exactly what I'm doing. I have all the right answers, so you will not question me.
Yep.
And this is definitely like the height of that. Like, do not question me. I am 100% the parent. I know all the answers, and you're going to follow my lead. And if I'm wrong, I'm not wrong, and we're going to keep marching.
Yep.
And this definitely felt like that. Like, hardcore, I'm right. You're going to listen to me all the time. But, man, talk about your terrible garage bands.
Oh, my gosh.
They were having fun. They were loving what they were doing, but it was rough.
They were. It was... Yeah, it was pretty bad. But they're like
jamming.
you said, they're doing what they like to do.
They're doing what they like to do.
To them, it sounds good. They are Kiss in their minds.
They are mystery or ministry. Mystery. Yes.
Mystery. Yeah.
I remember being at that age, and I never played in a band or anything like that, but me and my friends would ride around in the car, blasting music, air guitaring, drumming, and all that, like in the car, just jamming out, having a great time. I'm sure we sounded like howler monkeys, but we were having a good time. And that's just like,
there goes my hero.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, we're having a good time. And that's what it's about, right? Just about being in the moment and just enjoying the music. And man, these guys embody loving the music and feeling the music and being part of that, if you will.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
what are the numbers on this?
Oh, the numbers. You're right. I did not go over the numbers.
That's
I didn't even pull it up.
Right.
I got to be honest. I didn't pull it up. I'll pull it up real quick. You can tell me maybe your favorite scene.
Yeah. What was my favorite scene? Oh yeah. It was definitely at the end when they were able to get into the concert And he pointed out, like, they're like, oh, some guys beat us up or whatever, which that scene was great, where they're just beating the snot out of each other. And like, some guys beat us up, and the guy's like, he's like, yeah, right, you know, whatever. And then he sees that little punk and his brother.
Yep.
And he's like, it was them. And of
he's
course,
got my
he's got my wallet, and he's got the wallet, he's got the tickets and everything. And then he just gets to stick it to him, like, yep.
Right.
Yeah. That was
little man.
So much fun. So much fun to see that. Yeah.
And the callback. Yeah. That was a great time. I would agree.
Yeah.
That was a good scene.
I mean, I don't think that he was really in the right when he first encountered that kid.
Oh God, no. No, like this guy was like, he was just like his answer to every solution was a felony. He was not in the best of minds, for sure. He's not he's not the one to follow.
Yeah.
I would agree. For sure. I think if I'm going to counter with my favorite scene, it's got to be whenever Jam gets done at the confessional booth and then goes to his mom to get his drumsticks and confronts her and just goes off on her. That was great. It was a great like payoff for the character. Yeah. And I feel like I can't remember the guy's name, but the actor did a fantastic job with it. Like I enjoyed his performance throughout the whole movie, and I really like thought that I would see him in more going forward, which I have. He's been in a few other things that I've enjoyed. Like there was some TV show on Sci-Fi with where he was like a werewolf, and he was living with a vampire, and there was a ghost in the house with them. I can't remember the name of it, but I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. It was a good like dramedy type. It had some points of levity, but it was kind of dramatic. But that I enjoyed that. That was a really good one from him too. But anyways, like I said, I expected a little more from him, and we did. Like for a while, I'd see him pop up here and there, but I haven't seen him much lately. I don't know if he just kind of got out of it or what.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's doing TV stuff somewhere, and we just don't.
Maybe. Yeah, he's probably in like some show that I'm just not watching.
Yeah.
That's usually how that goes. But you asked about numbers.
Yes.
I'm gonna get you some numbers because I'm on top of it today.
You are.
This movie, budget of $34 million. So they put some money behind it. I think they were believing in the Kiss hype. They were down for it. They're like, Kiss is having a comeback, a bit of a renaissance. We're gonna pump some money into this. I'm guessing at least 20 million probably went to the band.
Oh yeah.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, I had a question on here. I wonder how much the Kiss made from this. Yeah.
Right. I'm sure they made a good amount off of it.
Yeah. Because if Kiss is good at anything, it's at self-marketing themselves.
Oh, God, yeah. Yes. Were they the first glam rock band? They had to have been the first glam rock band. Yeah. But, gross. I've got one gross number for you. Well, I got opening weekend, and then there's just the gross.
Okay.
And they're not that far apart. You want to take a guess at either one
figured.
of them?
So it was 34 million. That was the budget. I'm going to say this movie made like 12 million gross.
Wow. All right. Gross 4.2 million.
Wow. Whoa. Oh my gosh.
This may be our lowest grossing film.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
2 million on opening.
I can't believe that. That is holy. I mean, I didn't think it was very high.
Yeah.
Because I was familiar with this movie when you said you wanted to talk about it. But it was something that I'm just like, I'm familiar with it because I've like seen it in a video store or something. Like, I don't ever remember the advertisements for this movie at all. I don't ever remember there being like a lot of hype, like, Forrest Gump or something. Where I was like, oh, you gotta go watch Forrest Gump, or whatever. Or even that thing you do. Like, I don't remember seeing it on like HBO or Cinemax or Showtime or anything like that,
I think I caught this on Comedy Central a couple times, but
okay, I can see it on Comedy Central. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, ouch.
Yeah, it's a painful
rough.
one.
Mm.
This one went on to become a bit of a cult classic.
Oh, yeah.
Because of that,
Definitely.
For sure. Tomato meter. Care to venture a guess?
Tomato meter. 38%.
38%. All right. Well, no, 52. 52. A little
Wow.
higher.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Popcorn meter.
You're laughing here. Oh my gosh. So I'm either going to be high or I'm going to be low on this. It was a popcorn meter. How did the audience feel about this movie? 60%. I don't know.
60%. All right. Well, it was a cult. It is a cult classic. 82% popcorn meter.
Aha. Okay.
So,
Okay. Well, that's encouraging.
The people that didn't watch it have enjoyed it. There's that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was laughing because I was, I don't know why I was laughing. I think I just laughed
I'm like,
at you.
I'm swinging and I am missing.
Yeah.
That's
But yeah, those are numbers. I think it did it didn't make millions. It definitely didn't make, it lost a lot of money. And this may have been the end of Edward Furlong's career.
yeah, which sucks. I think he's a good actor. It's disappointing that we didn't see him in much more. I mean, we have T2,
Yep.
American History X, which he does a phenomenal job.
Oh, yeah.
In American History X. And then we have this. And then I think he did like a Crow sequel or something that just I've never watched it. But,
I remember there was some movie, and this is the name of the movie. It was Pecker, about, like, that was his last name. And he was like, I remember the cover of it, he was holding a camera.
okay.
And it was like him and Christina Ricci, I think. And that was like the last thing I saw him in. But yeah, like, I would have expected more from him too, but I think about this time, he ran into some personal struggles that I think he continues to deal with, or he may have gotten over, but he never recovered from, for sure.
Yeah.
And that's sad. That's the way that goes sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, especially after T2. I know that, like, for T3, they were going to have him reprise his role.
Yes, I remember
But
that.
he was having these issues, and James Cameron didn't want him on the set if that was the case. So, yeah. I appreciate I hear the story a few times where an actor is dealing with personal struggles, issues, demons, and directors, producers will say, look, you're great for the part. We want you for the part, but you've got these struggles that you need to deal with. So we're going to turn you away for now. And I appreciate that they recognize that there's an issue, but it doesn't feel like that goes beyond that. It feels like it's more of the door's being shut on you. Go figure it out.
Yeah.
And not so much here's a path forward. Here's how we're going to help you, or whatever. Maybe there is. I don't know. I'm not behind the scenes, but it definitely feels like the door kind of gets shut on them. And it's a machine, and they move on to whatever the next thing is. And
I mean,
that's it.
They've got deadlines. I'm not saying it's right, but they've got deadlines, and they're just like, well,
show must go on.
Show must go on. We'll just get somebody else. Like, I think it's like any job, honestly, really at its core. Like, if you leave or something happens to you, like, they'll have that job posted next day, like looking for somebody else. So
10 guys around the corner just waiting to fill that slot.
Yep. You're just holding a position for the time you're in it.
Yeah. And it's sad, but that's the way it is. That's life.
Yep.
Anyways, this movie and the title sequence on this one was just a great 70s time capsule. Like, you're just seeing, like, all these little cultural touchstones.
Yeah.
And they kind of highlight on these different, not just Kiss, but like things that are like happening in the world, like Nixon and like all these other things that are happening in the culture at the time. And it just really kind of sets up the movie.
Yeah.
Really good. And I think they did a good job, like, kind of capturing the 70s feel throughout the whole movie. Yeah. Except for the whole, like, Stella thing. Like, I've never heard that before. I've never heard people refer to people that listen to disco as Stellas or Guidos or whatever. That was a little weird. But maybe it was like a thing within the group or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'd never heard that before, but
Yeah,
no, we didn't live back then. We just lived in the remake of it in the 90s.
that's true. That's true. We lived in the 70s part 2.
Yeah. Were you ever really into Kiss?
I think I was for a very brief time,
Mm-hmm.
probably around the time this movie came out.
Okay.
I remember like listening, like it's like it'll come on, like Strutter comes on, and Strutter comes on, and I want to play Guitar Hero again. But like that's a good song. Like they did good music. Don't get me wrong, but I'm kind of like I'm not like I don't know. I've never owned a Kiss album, but it comes on, and I'm like, I get it. It's good. How about you?
There's a few songs that I think of theirs there's a few songs of theirs that I think are good. Strutter is one of them. I think Strutter is their best. Detroit Rock City is good. And then, I don't know, they've got a few others. But, like, I never could understand the hype of, like, how did they get so big? Other than, I mean, I know it's their marketing. It's their self-marketing, and they're marketing themselves to the youth as this is cool. It's, like, anti-establishment. It's anti... like normalcy, or whatever, right. like anti-morals, or whatever.
Would they have been as popular if parents and authority figures weren't rattling against them so
absolutely
hard?
Not. Absolutely. You do that with anything. I mean, like, books.
Don't listen to Teletubbies.
Don't listen to Teletubbies.
Yeah.
They've had books over the years. They've, like, video games. Dungeons and Dragons was a big one in the 80s. It's like, when you and you look back, I mean, I don't want this to be a history lesson, but you look back to, like, Prohibition, and it's like more people are drinking because it's illegal. Like when you soon as something is taboo, you're gonna have more people that are just gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna
go check this out.
Yeah, and I think that's why Kiss got so big. I don't think Kiss is a bad band. I just think they're an average band.
They're bigger than they should have been.
With some good songs. Yeah.
So. I would agree. Yeah. But that's like you said, that's kind of it's from the era, like that whole like Satanic Panic and I keep wanting to say parents, that's not the right word. Authority figures.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Rattling against it. Yeah. Just like made it more appealing to young kids. Yeah, we're both parents. We get it. You tell your kid not to do something, they're going to go, oh, why? Again? Yep. Especially if you're like, don't do it because I said so. And not giving any good, clear reasons. Yeah. Because whenever you tell your kid, hey, you know what, don't touch the stove, they're like, maybe I want to touch the stove. Why don't they want me to touch the stove? What's up there? Is there a cookie up there? But then whenever you're like, hey, don't touch the stove because it's really hot, it'll burn you, it'll hurt, and then you're going to end up with, like, we're going to have to go to the hospital or something. And then they're like, oh, okay, I get it a little bit more. And they're a lot less likely to actually touch it. Now, you still get some kids that are like, but maybe there's a cookie up there.
Maybe so. Right. Yeah, maybe if I go to the hospital, I'll get some ice cream if I go to the hospital.
That's right. That's right. That's how I get to the hospital. Okay, I get ice cream at the hospital. I get this now. Oh, man. So, like, these guys have this whole, like, burnout, I guess burnout would be the right term. Burnout aesthetic, right? Like the flannels and the jeans and just, like, T-shirts. And that style hasn't changed. Like, that style lived through the 80s. We had it in the 90s. We still have it today. I mean, it's a little more, I think it's a little more cleaned up now. Not as gritty, grungy. Like, I think that's what it is. Like, over the decades, it's kind of like every decade seems to wash it a little bit. And it gets a little cleaner. But it's still kind of like grungy and dirty, but it's a cleaner, grungy and dirty. And now we've got like, Hot Topic. So.
Hot Topic.
But this style, the aesthetic, the burnout aesthetic hasn't changed since the 70s. I think that's just crazy. Disco, like, we're not still wearing, like, although my daughter likes Jinkos, basically, like bell bottoms, Jinkos types of things. But, like disco, that's not really a thing anymore. Like, I guess the style, the fashion of disco, although the music is like, yeah, pop music basically, which is still a thing. But the style with the sequins and everything, I guess, well, maybe it is still a thing, but it just kind of like evolved. Like, maybe that's all I'm trying to say is the style is just evolved. Okay, I'm not really saying anything then.
That's fine.
I'm just rambling. I'm just talking in circles. But I don't know. I just thought it was funny. I was like, that what they're wearing was the same thing that we were wearing in high school.
If you would go back in time wearing that,
yeah,
no one would know the difference.
No,
they could travel from 73. It wasn't 73. That was 78. Yeah, I was thinking a different movie. They travel if they would travel forward to present day,
blend right in.
You wouldn't know any different.
Nope. Like, oh, you get that a Hot Topic? No.
Yeah.
But
got into my mom's closet. Or my dad's closet.
That's right. Yeah. He got it from his dad. But anyways, talking about the unhinged adults, is there anything more, I don't know, next level evil parent than lighting your cigarette with the flaming tickets you just took off of your kid?
Right? I mean, so I'm watching that and I'm like thinking, okay, I don't agree with it.
No.
But I get like not wanting her son to go to the Kiss concert. But do you really have to burn the other boys' tickets?
Right.
Like, that's like pretty evil.
Right. That's, next level.
Yeah.
Just crazy. Like, this lady was unhinged.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, this was like, but she does such a good job with this role, though. Like, and she did it, like, you remember, Mary, something about Mary.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She was the neighbor lady with like the crispy skin and everything. Yeah. She does a great job with this type of role. Like this, just like, I don't know, angry older lady, or just like a little unhinged, a little feral, for lack of a better term. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know, just as much as like as she was like overbearing and crazy, it was a great performance. Yeah. I thought. And
it was a lot of
fun to watch for sure.
Yep.
I don't know, but it's kind of like, anyways, I'm gonna let go of the authority thing. It just, but it seems to be like an overarching theme throughout the whole thing, is like this whole authority, and it's just always there. But
I think it's that's the movie, right? It's
razzle. No, rise against authority. That's not the right word, but
something like that. Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, the rally against authority.
Yes,
I think what I was trying to say. Yes. But anyways, they got the tickets back. He called up the hotline, won the tickets, and then promptly hung up the phone and lost the tickets. Which I forgot about that. I was watching the movie and I was like, man, it's really convenient that he was able to call up the radio station and win those tickets. And now they're just going back to the concert. Yep. And I'm watching and I'm like, really? Like, why didn't they just write it to where like they did that to begin with? And then maybe they flash back to the last time they got tickets and his mom torched him or something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They worked out. And then we find out that like they didn't actually win the tickets because their friend's a bit of a not the sharpest tool in the shed. No. He's not that intelligent.
Click.
Yes. Oh man, can you imagine? You make your way all the way down and then nothing.
Yep.
That would be, oh man. Yeah. That he would never live that down in the friend group. Like they're never gonna let him forget that time. Although after that night, there's so many other things.
Yeah.
Oh man, who do you think had the rougher night out of the four of them going through and doing all the different things they did? Like you got, I don't remember their names. The guy with the long hair, that lost the tickets trying to rob the convenience store, and the one friend whose mom was they were crashing at her house, and he had her car stolen and everything, and he goes and like gets the car back, and then the other guy that goes to the not the gentleman's club, but the ladies club, and puts on a little bit of a show, and Jam had his night. Well, I guess Jam had the better of the nights.
I think Jam had the better of the nights. I mean, he didn't really have like, he had to like go to
the confessional or whatever.
The confession, that's well. And you know, Hawk had a pretty good night too after the.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, so
I guess they all had a good night.
Yeah, I would say Trip probably had the worst night.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think I answered my own question there. You're right. Yeah, he had the worst night. Yeah, but I don't know. He kind of brought on himself. Like that dude had like his answer to everything was just the wrong answer. Yeah. And then like the way he approached, like whenever the girl got in the car with him, and like the way he was talking to her and everything, I was like, oh, I don't remember. I mean, I guess I kind of remember it, but I don't remember it. Like it wasn't something that I remembered until I watched it. And I was like, oh yeah, this guy's a bit of like he's a slime ball for sure. Like this movie wraps up and he's going to end up in jail for sure. There's no doubt about it. He's going to jail for something. He's going to do something dumb, say something to the wrong person, or make the wrong move somewhere, and this dude's going to jail. There's no doubt in my mind about it. Probably a few years after high school, maybe a year after high school. But I do like how whenever the guy goes to rob the convenience store, you know, like he kind of cuts around him and he robs the convenience store, he feeds him back that line about, you know, I'm just going through the motions until I can get out of high school or whatever. Yeah. Which was a little like, you're laying it on kind of thick, but you know, he has that moment where he's like, oh, maybe I do need to clean things up. So maybe he does. Like maybe he turns it around after that. Who knows? Yeah. Because we don't really see much more.
And then he's just like, all right,
inspired to be a better person.
You know, the Partridge Family, and I'm gonna really clean myself up. I
don't know. Maybe he starts like a School of Rock later on.
There you go. Yeah.
Anyways,
what'd you think about Hawk's fake ID?
I thought, honestly, whenever he flashed that up on the screen, I thought, is that Dave Grohl? No, it can't be. That was my first thought. But yeah, it looks nothing like him. Looks like, I don't know what it looks like, but it doesn't look like him. But then again, like, you know, fake IDs, they never really look like you. I never had one, so I don't know. But anyway, never had a fake ID. You ever had a fake ID?
No. I never had a fake ID.
I never even knew anybody that had a fake ID, let alone.
I didn't either. I was at the mercy of my age. Right. So that was it.
We always just knew, like, if you needed something like that, you always knew like an older sibling to somebody else that could that would hook you up. But like, you know, you're paying like 3 times whatever the thing costs. It's definitely not cheap, but you're getting you know, whatever it is that you're after. So there's that, I suppose. You know, premium candy and whatnot.
That's right. Those Jolly Ranchers, man. Those are
Jolly Ranchers. Oh, the priest getting the pizza with the stale mushrooms.
Oh my gosh! Yes.
Still, had me laughing. It was probably that was one of my favorite parts growing up, and I still thought it was funny.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Anytime you give an unsuspecting person a copious amount of stale mushrooms, it's funny to me. Only in movies, though, not in real life. In real life,
not in real life, not in real life. But yes, it was fun. What about the guys that are just like jerks to them on the highway?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, he threw the pizza out the window. I feel like they would have been okay if they didn't hit him with the pizza.
Yeah. But I think they kind of went a little bit far with it, right?
Oh, for sure.
Like, once they see
picking him up and wiping his head on the windshield, come on.
Yeah. They totally got what they deserved when they
absolutely. Yeah. Did you see whenever Hawk got off the hood and like flipped the switch and kneed him? He lifted off the ground a couple inches. He let him have it, which I was surprised. Like it feels like that was that wasn't entirely in his character. Or maybe it was, but like he didn't seem that. Why did he start with that energy? You know, Could have saved
Yeah.
himself a little, pizza in the hair or whatever. But
Yeah. I
don't know, maybe the whole kiss
maybe
thing had to
that's what
happen
caused
first.
him to get the energy. Like,
maybe, yeah.
come on,
No.
man. Like, you're gonna smear me into this. Like, yeah.
Yeah. That was, I agree. But they had it coming. At the end, they had it. I don't know about the car in the ditch thing. That might have been next level. You might have been amping it up a little high there.
Totally deserved it. I think
Totally
those guys were
deserved it?
jerks to
All
him. Yeah. Yeah. If I don't know where the point of no return was on that, but there was a point where it's like, all right, you've crossed a line here, and you totally deserve to get your vehicle destroyed because of this.
Like whenever they knock out the first guy, and the second guy's like, "Come on, guys! Like, we can settle." Like he's trying to talk it back now.
Yeah,
like he's lost all. He's got no backup, and they all just like start taking off their belts and like their chain wallets and stuff, and he's like, "Whoa!" Like he's gonna take them on and just pile on top of them. That was really funny. I enjoyed that for sure.
Yeah.
And then they go and they, do the Jam offers the gentleman anything of picking up the girl and giving her a ride to her next destination. Although, you think he would have done that in hindsight if he knew what he was going to be putting her through? With no. Or did she? She kind of held her own though. At the same time,
she did. Yeah, I don't know if he would have or not, but he was the gentleman of the group.
He was the gentleman of the group. That's right. Yeah, for sure. That one still bugs me. That one just bugs me, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. So I don't really have much else to go on with this movie. I enjoyed it. I don't think I enjoyed it as much as I did the first time I saw it. But I still enjoyed it. I don't know that. Yeah, I guess if it's on somewhere, maybe I'll watch parts of it again. But I don't know that I'll ever put it on to rewatch it from the beginning again.
Yeah, I think that's like I would rewatch it again if somebody's watching and hey, you want to watch this or whatever, and I would rewatch it again. But yeah, I don't see myself seeking it out and I need to go find what streaming service is this on, or whatever. And yeah, it was fun to watch. I'm glad we watched it.
Just a pure teen fantasy movie. That's always fun.
Yeah,
it's always fun. I do have one thing.
Yeah,
this is the first movie I can remember where somebody. Realistically, which is a lot for this movie because this movie does a lot of fairly unrealistic things. This is the first time whenever a movie realistically depicts somebody walking through or on top of an air vent and it falls.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Every other time it seems to be able to support like a person. Like we were watching Airheads and you've got, Michael Richards up in there and he's just like tornadoing it, just tumbling around and nobody hears anything. This kid's army crawling across the top of one and it just collapses.
On him. Yeah.
I appreciate that. That's what an air vent would do if somebody was climbing on it.
Yeah. Some realism.
To support that. That's right. Some realism. But anyways, you got anything left on Detroit Rock City?
No,
get off your chest.
There was a line that I thought was pretty funny. I don't remember what the build up to was. I can't get my words right. I remember what the build up was to it. But one of the guys had said, if there's one thing Kiss will never do, it's make a disco song.
Oh.
And a couple of years later they did I Was Made for Loving You. So
which is a bit of a disco song. Or is it a full-on disco song?
Yeah. It's full-on disco song. Yep.
Wow. All right.
Yep.
That's
they
crazy.
had a lot of backlash from some of their hardcore fan base about that.
Is that the same one where they removed the makeup?
That was a little bit later, I believe. That was in the 80s. Was it the late 80s, mid-late 80s when they did that?
Well, I think I'm going to give you the award for the biggest Kiss fan of the group here.
Well,
no more than I do.
Of the two of us, I guess.
Of the two of us, as I said, of the group. Dishonored.
I just don't think Kiss has a lot of good music.
I would
But
agree.
what they do have that's good is pretty good.
Yeah. It's like, their chart toppers are chart toppers for a reason. And other than that, yeah, like, I haven't heard, I can't think of a non-top 10 song of theirs for sure. Even, I Was Made for Loving You. I like that song. It's a good song.
Yeah,
I enjoy
a good
it.
song. Yeah.
But, that comes from hindsight, and I'm not in the middle of the whole, like, disco rock and roll war, so.
Yeah.
Thank God. Anyways. Taylor Swift got engaged to Travis Kelce.
She did.
How are you feeling about that?
I have no feelings about it at all.
It affects your football game, none whatsoever. All right.
Everybody around here is super, well, not everybody. A lot of people around here that are into that thing are super excited about it.
Excellent.
And it's fine. I'm happy they're excited about it. I just like watching football. And one thing, I will say this though. Having Taylor Swift at some of those games has opened the NFL to a broader audience, because there are a lot of, my daughter has watched parts of the games with me and has asked me questions about football because Taylor Swift has been on TV and she's been looking for Taylor Swift.
There you go.
So it's fine.
There you go.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't think it's something that's just like, stupid to talk about or stupid to be mad. I think it's stupid to be mad about it. I'm just
Right.
But
Like, who cares? Like, nobody concerns himself with, like, the other football players' girlfriends or wives or whatever. But, for whatever reason, this one has become the obsession.
well, she's like the biggest musician on the planet right now, so it's like
That's true. But disproportionately, I'm sorry, not the biggest football player on the planet.
Kelsey's performance has dipped quite a bit. And to be honest,
Distracted.
hot take. I am a Chiefs fan through and through. I live in the Chiefs
Bleed red and
Kingdom area. I don't live very far from Kansas City. Travis Kelce drives me crazy. I don't like the guy personally very much, but
Fair enough.
as a ball player, until recently, he's been pretty good. So,
All right.
hot take. So,
Anyways, football season in full swing now.
yes,
Yeah.
it is.
We had
It is,
first regular season, like last week or something like that.
last week. Yep.
All right. Yeah, that's right. Last week we recorded, and I think Cowboys were playing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And then, I'll catch a game every once in a while, but
Yeah.
I'm not going out of my way. When the playoffs come around, then I'll start watching again.
I watched some
regular
Red
season.
Zone on Sunday.
Yeah, okay.
That was fun.
Yeah, I know you watch a lot more than I do for sure.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I told myself this year I'm not going to watch as much because the last couple of years, like literally it was an obsession of like, my evenings and days were consumed by it. I watched like an hour of it Sunday. It was fun. I watched Red Zone a little bit, and I still play fantasy football, and there'll be a couple games that I'll pick up and watch, but yeah.
So you still playing the fantasy football? You just the one league, or you going multiple
Just one
again?
league. Yeah, I can't do multiple leagues. There's enough stress with one league.
All right. Anything fun on the line?
No.
Bragging rights?
No, yeah, bragging right. I mean, we play, so there's a couple of adults in there, and then there's like my stepson Landon and some of his friends, so it's like, I mean, not really a lot you can, which I don't know. Maybe he'd want to do something. I never did ask him, I guess, if he wanted to do something that's for the loser or not. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Had to make a trophy or something for the winner.
Yeah.
Add to it every year. I don't know. But all right. Well, that was our conversation about Detroit Rock City and a little bit about football, but mostly Detroit Rock City.
Mostly, yeah.
Fun movie. Good rewatch. If you haven't seen it, check it out.
Check it out.
Especially if like you grew up in the 90s, you know, you lived through the, like we call it 70s part 2. It was fun. And if you're familiar with the band Kiss and you want to know why are people obsessed with it, check this movie out. I mean, it won't answer that question, but it's worth a watch.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. Anything else before we wrap it up?
Still popcorn. Yeah. I saw that they've got a John Candy documentary coming out.
Yes.
Called I Like Me. I'm interested in watching this. We may, when this comes out, maybe we could watch it and have like a special episode about it or something. I know that it's not 20 years old, but it's
Right.
John Candy. You know
It's
what I
dealing
mean?
with a 20-year-old
Yeah.
subject, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can just do a John Candy episode.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right. That's your still popcorn?
That's it. Yeah.
like
Do you have anything?
I do. I got a long one.
Uh-oh.
So I've been reading Dave Grohl's Storytellers here. It's his autobiography.
Hang on.
It's not really an autobiography, huh?
Before you get into that, is that a Red Hot Chili Pepper sticker that is your bookmark?
No, it is
okay.
A Dutch Brothers sticker. Living for Killer Coffee.
Okay, there you go. Sorry. Continue.
No. So yeah, it's not really an autobiography. I mean, it's stories from his life, but it's literally just like stories about like him growing up and like getting on the road and like starting out with Scream and stuff like that. Anyways, I'm reading it the other day and I come across this passage and I found this interesting, so I got to share it with you.
Sure.
Because I thought I do this, and I thought I didn't know. I thought I was weird for it or whatever, but it's something that I do, and I've never really it's not something I share, but because it's just like a little, like we all kind of do these little things that you don't really share with everybody because it's just like a little thing. Anyways,
Yeah.
I do this, and he says, at an early age, I started to play the drums with my teeth, sliding my jaw back and forth and chomping up and down to stimulate the sound of a drum set within my mouth, doing drum rolls and grace notes as if I were using my hands, without anybody ever noticing. As I walked into school every morning, I would hum melodies and perform the drum parts with my teeth, playing my favorite songs and writing original compositions. That's just like I said, something that I do that I was like dumbfounded to hear him describe exactly this little personal thing that I've had in my life forever, and just been like, wow, that's just crazy.
You want to blow that up a little more?
Okay.
I do that.
You do that. All right. So
and we've
maybe
never
he's not as
discussed
alone
it.
as
We've
he
never
thought.
discussed
it. He goes on to say that he never met anybody else that does this, or has heard of anybody else that does this until he met Kurt Cobain with Nirvana. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. Like I do the same thing. But yeah, you do too. I bet there are more people out there.
Oh yeah.
And it's just not it's like one of those little things that's like, you're not going to advertise it.
Yeah.
Type of thing. But
I mean, how's that going to come up in conversation?
Right.
Hey, I kind of do. I do drum solos with my teeth.
I do drum solos with my teeth. Yes. Except your dentist. When you go talk to your dentist and he's like, hey, you get this weird spot on your teeth that's wearing down, but just only on one side. Oh yeah, I do drum solos with my teeth. So
Yeah.
But,
excuse me.
Well, yeah, thought that was interesting. So
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
thought I'd share that.
Very cool.
All right. You want to throw a retro ramble at us, and we'll
I'll throw a retro ramble at us. So
outta here.
we're getting into spooky season. Ooh.
Yeah.
So, what is one thing that you've experienced that you can't explain?
Ooh. Okay.
So we're leaning into the paranormal here just a little bit.
All right. I like it. All right.
Yeah.
I may disappoint, but I like it.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe you'll have maybe something will happen during the week. I don't know.
Oh, I got something. I definitely got something.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. Well, with that, we're reaching the checkpoint, my friends. Sharing is caring. Remember, leave us reviews. We can appreciate it. We do appreciate it if you leave us.
We can, but we do.
Yeah, we can. We don't, but we do. Like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about us. Every little bit helps. Thanks a lot. And we'll see you next time. Be kind and rewind.
We'll see you all.